I will start with a short intro of myself and what we are presenting today. So my name is Anna. Some of you might have met me on our other webinars, or if you are an M2E Pro user, you've probably contacted our support team. I'm the product manager at our Adobe Commerce Solutions. And right here on the screen, you can see that M2E Pro, which is our 16-year of experience product on e-commerce market, is not the only Adobe Commerce solution today. With the experience of 16 years, we finally decided that we are ready to expand. And this year, we launched M2E Connect, which is a system of extensions for Adobe Commerce as well. And these are the integrations that developed for a specific marketplace, like TikTok Shop, for example, or Kaufland Marketplace, or Otta. And right now here, we are presenting just three. The simple reason is because two of them are already launched. Otta is about to be launched in a few weeks from now. But this is not the kind of complete number of marketplaces that M2E Connect will support. So if you are, for example, looking for an integration solution for a specific marketplace, you are very much welcome to share your feedback with us, with our team, email our support team. We will probably add it to our roadmap as well. So with this short presentation of what we are today with Adobe Commerce, we will focus on TikTok Shop. As I mentioned, today we are talking about M2E TikTok Shop Connect. And I will move on right now. And some of you might have already some experience, like, I don't know, reading news or exploring the new marketplace, or it sounds completely new to you. So I will touch a little bit on everything, and make a short presentation of TikTok Shop without going into our specific, technical details. But I would like to start with the short intro of top selling categories on this marketplace. And it's when you were doing the poll, you answered pretty much to the categories that are at the top of the list on TikTok Shop right now. You know that the new marketplace has been open in UK and US for less than a year, but already the booming sales in some categories are quite unexpected, even for sellers who sell this kind of products. And on your screen right now, you can see two screenshots. The one on the left, this is the TikTok Shop seller account. And you will notice that the list starts with the top selling categories there. And the screen on the left, is just a quick intro to M2E Connect to show you how close and similar the interface is to the actual TikTok Shop account. I will not be comparing them during the presentation on other slides, but I just wanted to point it out here that actually the whole TikTok Shop idea is pretty straightforward and comprehensible. And it's, especially if you're an experienced M2E Pro seller, you will find it very easy to onboard your new shop and start selling on the new marketplace. And if you are a seller of one of these categories, it's 100% it's that your products are worth being present on TikTok Shop. And if you are not selling on these categories, it doesn't mean that other categories are not popular. It just means that they are also present there. And actually, half of our sellers that we have already connected are selling in different categories. So it means that probably their level of sales lower, but still the actual or general the level of sales is quite unexpected for a new marketplace. Okay, moving on with the next part of our presentation. If actually, I will stop here. If you are interested in this kind of information, like about the top selling categories or trends, or if you are one of those who haven't had any experience with TikTok Shop and you are willing to explore it, we've released a great, I think, article in our M2E blog. It focuses on this kind of information, and you're welcome to consult it, and maybe you will find answers to some of your questions. So we prepared it specifically for those people, for those businesses who are still considering whether it's worth or not. I already mentioned that the new marketplace is quite straightforward, and it actually is. It's easy, it's fast, and it's comprehensible. And right now, I think I am sharing my personal experience while helping other businesses onboard their accounts. Within less than 3 months, which passed through since the M2E Connect was released. First, it was released in the UK, and now it's available also in for the US marketplace. So regardless if you're a UK or US seller, you're welcome to try their Connect. We've got 20 successful TikTok Shop integrations with actually thousands, and I'm being honest right now, of listed offers on the channel, and already delivered orders. You can see a screen here with just one. It's a screenshot of one seller account with the number of ship orders, which took, I think, place within days. And the category is not one of those top selling ones, but still you can see that in reality, the sales or the products may be actually quite popular. With this idea of how easy and fast the integration is, I would like to take you through the basic steps of what it takes to onboard your shop, and then focus on a few practical tips that we would want sellers to know and make sure you know before you start the listing process and order management process. And during my speech on the next slides, I will also mention a few quick tips which are not on separate slides, but I think they are worth mentioning as well. So if you already have an account with TikTok Shop, you may start your experience with M2E, but taking into account the results of our poll, probably you would still need to get the account registered. And for that, we will not be focusing on these specific steps here today during the presentation, but we are quite prepared for the new marketplace. An article in the same blog that you can find using the link on the screen. It's, I would say, a detailed explanation of each step that you have to take to get a registration either you are in the UK or in the US. And I wouldn't say that it's a difficult process. I mean, of course, it's a registration and you have to provide the documents and authorize your business, but it's not as I would say, it doesn't take much effort. It's doable. And we had cases when the shop was open just in a few days, which I think proves that it's quite I would say, joyful experience. So once you get your shop opened and registered, you are welcome to start your journey with M2E TikTok Shop Connect. And here on the screen, you will see 5 quick steps, which might be familiar to some of you because you're already an M2E user, maybe an M2E Pro user, and you've gone through all of these steps not a single time, but I will really quickly go through those just to cover the part of this onboarding process. So the installation of M2E TikTok Shop Connect, it's available on Adobe Commerce and quite regularly and often updated. To be honest, we've been very lucky with the first sellers who started their experience with our TikTok Shop Connect and who helped us test it. And the feedback that we received was very useful and helpful. We still continue communicating with quite many sellers who already sell on TikTok Shop. And we are grateful that we can build this integration in this cooperation with the actual sellers who also learn with us about the new marketplace, because it's relatively new to us as a developer and to sellers as businesses. So this experience is quite a journey, and going in this direction together is better having each other. So we are actually about to release another version. There have been quite a few minor fixes and some good improvements, and we are about to release a new version with the support of multi-variational listings. So for the time being, the current version supports listing of simple products only, but I believe in next week, it's scheduled for the next week, the version with the configurable Magento products is going to be available. And if you are about to start and you sell variational products, that would be great to get your feedback. We'll do our best to provide immediate support if something is not in the way you expected, or you discover something which we haven't anticipated. So please join our TikTok Shop team. We'll be there together. Okay, so once the Connect is installed into your Magento, you will go through the seller account registration. You already have it opened on TikTok Shop, so you will go to M2E, select either you want to connect a United Kingdom or United States account, get the authorization on the channel, and you'll be taken back to configure your order settings. Why I'm mentioning it here? Because orders, this is an automatic process, especially if you enable the Magento order creation for your new orders. They will be created automatically right after the account is added. So if you start selling, let's say you have an unexpected sale of a new product, it will be created in your Magento right away. So it's worth going through the order configuration at the very, very start and make sure that everything is confirmed here in a way you would like it. This is it. The account is added. You are about to start with product listing. And for that, you will have to create a listing, an M2E listing. Many of you know what it is. I will do a quick intro. With the 16 years of experience, we've learned that managing items by listing is most, I believe, convenient way. So you group products in a way that you find convenient for your business. It may be based on a category, shipping speed, anything kind of products. Or you can have one default listing and just pull all of your Magento products that you're about to list on a marketplace in just one group. Another convenience of it is the policy-based approach. You assign a specific selling and description settings to the whole group of products. And if you need to edit something, you just make a single edit and all of the products inside this listing will catch it and will be updated on a channel based on your synchronization policy, which is another set of rules that you define for each group of products that you add and you are about to sell on the channel. Here, with this setup here, with the description policy, I will mention that description policy, this is a place where you define such information as your product images, for example, where they should be taken from. They should be taken from your Magento catalog, or they are on a separate server and you would like to use an, let's say, separate link where the products are stored. It's up to you the way you configure it. Just make sure that your product images meet the TikTok shop requirements, because they are different from other channels. If you are selling on a few marketplaces, that you know that each marketplace has a specific set of requirements for images. So it's important to learn and comply with the requirements of TikTok shop. And make sure the image is accessible so the marketplace can upload it and save it on their servers. And with the actual product description, there is a limit of 10,000 characters. So if you are using a very long descriptions, maybe it would be useful to get a separate attribute, for example, for a TikTok shop description where a description does not exceed the 10,000 character limit. Otherwise, the marketplace will respond with an error and wouldn't let you create a listing. So once the listing is created and the policies are assigned, you are welcome to select what products you would like to add. So just go, click on the add products, select Magento products that you are willing to add. You can filter them out if it's a specific listing for clothes, for example, and it's just for the bottoms. You will filter out those products that you need. Select them, specify a category. The one, this is the step that we've talked, or I touched on earlier at the very, very beginning. And pretty much you're ready to list the product. If you comply with all of the requirements for a category and for the product image and description, there is actually there is something else, but I will mention it in just a couple of minutes. You are all set and you can send your products to TikTok shop. Literally, some of our sellers had their listings active on the channel within hours after installing the Connect. This is just, I'm so much excited to share it with you because for me, it's this smooth experience of expanding your business to a completely new platform is great. And if you are still having doubts, I hope you have fewer and fewer of those. Okay, so once the products are listed, you observe your sales, and the product management is very much, actually, it's the same as for all our other integrations. The orders are imported from the channel. They contain all of the information about the buyer, about the item, the price calculation, and all of the updates are recorded in logs. If you enable the order creation, it's created in your Magento automatically. If you, for some reason, do not want to create the first few orders in your Magento, you can just create them manually. It's up to you if you are in the phase of testing, for example. And the updates are automatic. The order is created in Magento, the invoice is created, shipment is added, and the tracking number is available. M2E will pick it up and synchronize to TikTok Shop. The similar experience, nothing unexpected and new for this marketplace, and the processing is real time, and you have nothing to nothing new to worry about. This is the process of the initial shop onboarding. So once you go through all of the steps, you just need to add maybe new products from if you have new items to be present on the channel. This is it. You don't have to change, re-update anything. It's done usually in our experience once, and then you just maybe add some or update some settings, or as I mentioned, add new products. Now, the next part, what I mentioned also at the very beginning, and I would like to stop a little bit here. These are a few practical tips, but I won't focus on them specifically because almost every seller that started selling on TikTok Shop came across at least one of them, at least one of the cases. So if you learn from others' experience, I'm sure you can, you wouldn't run into some stumbling blocks. So first is make sure the product dimensions are set. Not having worked with hundreds and thousands of sellers, I know that not all businesses actually have product dimensions available in Magento Products attributes. But for TikTok Shop, it's a primary requirement. And in M2E Connect, you will have a separate block of settings. You will just go to TikTok Shop, the configuration settings, and you will see where you can provide the weight, the length, width, and height for your product. And the most convenient way to have them in your Magento attributes, where you specify the numbers or their dimensions. TikTok Shop will not accept the product unless they know the dimensions of a product. They do it specifically, they want to be sure that the product, to be sure about their dimensions, because there is a quite strict process of shipping for them. So it's a requirement. And for example, if you do not have the dimensions available in your Magento, the easy way to do it is configure the new attributes and update them with the numbers. Let's say the easiest and fastest way through a CSV, for example, import, right? So you don't have actually to go to each product and fill in the attribute. The tip number 2 is the shipping mapping. I just mentioned that the shipping process is quite strict. And for TikTok Shop, this is an important part to ensure that the buyers get the best and fastest delivery of the orders. So when you just start selling on this marketplace, you will have to make sure that that M2E knows the mapping between the carrier that you use in your Magento and the authorized carrier on TikTok Shop. They have a list of authorized sellers available for a specific marketplace and specific region. When you register a shop, you can have 1 or 2 shops, and you have a warehouse registered. There will be a list of the available carriers for this location. So please make sure M2E knows which Magento service is for which TikTok Shop carrier. It will help you automate the process, and you will avoid errors on order updates. So when it comes to an order update, like the tracking number has to be sent to the channel, this is where this will be important. So M2E will just let TikTok Shop know which carrier, one of those authorized, has to be used for this order. This is configured at the level of seller account. It's at the just in a way that the order settings are configured. And you can set them during the installation wizard at the very, very beginning, or if you, for example, need time to get familiar with the carriers and the process, you can get back here later and edit your seller account and provide the mapping. And the final tip, which I think worth discussion, is the category requirements. Please check which are required for the categories that you sell your products in, and make sure you have this data available. TikTok Shop has a few specific, I can say specific requirements, like, for example, product certifications. If you are selling one of those products, like one has to be has to do with some liquids, for example, like perfume or medicine, something where you have to prove the details of the products you sell, you would be required to provide a certificate, and that would be a link in your Magento product that M2E will pick up and synchronize to TikTok Shop. This is configured at a level of a category. So when you select a new category, for example, that you want to populate your products into, and you see that the certification is required, please make sure to configure it at this very start, because you will not be able to list products in this category unless these details are provided. The same way with, for example, clothes. In many fashion categories, you would be expected to provide a size chart where you describe which sizes respond to which, for example, numbers. And it's configured in the same exact way. You see a required attribute inside the category, and you select a Magento attribute where this size chart is available in your Magento, and M2E Pro picks it up and synchronizes to the channel. Everything is available. It's just that if something looks new like this, like a product certification, you can email our support team and ask advice. But it's all quite intuitive, and I think it shouldn't raise many questions. This is pretty much everything that just a seller must know before starting experience with M2E TikTok Shop Connect and TikTok Shop Marketplace in general. I will just mention once again that it proved to be simple and straightforward, and we are willing to show it to you with your shops and your connects. So you're welcome to join our team and learn your experience from your products. And the final few slides here is a reminder to you and to all of us during this webinar that we are right now expanding to new marketplaces, and M2E Connect is at a phase where we are growing. So if you are interested in a different extension that is already available, like Kaufland Marketplace, for example, which is a Germany-based marketplace, you are welcome to email us. We'll let you know the steps you have to take there. You can find articles in our blog already and learn from there. Very similar to everything you've heard today, but still Kaufland will have a few specific characteristics, right, just for the marketplace. Are there any special requirements for selling smartphones on TikTok? Nothing special that we've noticed, like the category will require specific details about the model, like here it was released, of course the brand and etc. But not more than that. Nothing that you wouldn't expect, I believe. So I think you should, if you have doubts, you should try it. Okay, the next one. What shipping options does TikTok Shop offer now? I heard they started fulfillment service. It's true. You can choose between seller fulfilled option and the TikTok Shop fulfilled option. So if you are if you do not want to ship yourself and you wish to start the TikTok Shop fulfillment, let us know. We'll work on that as well. We haven't had a seller with this shipping approach, but it will be definitely something that we want to learn as well. Are you planning to let us link products from Amazon to TikTok Shop? It's a good question. Not in the nearest weeks, but in our roadmap, it's definitely something that we want to work on. And we are, I believe you're an Amazon seller, and I will also mention it here, having the chance that we are already working on letting sellers who sell on Amazon ship their other marketplace products with Amazon services. So we'll be announcing it quite soon. And I think we already even had it in one of our mail outs. But the question that you raised here is something that is interesting for us as well. So yes. Carriers, Royal Mail allowed. Yes, Royal Mail is on the list. I've seen it many times that sellers used it to deliver orders. If I sell, for example, a phone, how do I know from where to get the certification? Is TikTok telling us the certification we need based on? Yes, they will specify what kind of certification they expect from you. There is a list of a few, and each category may require one or two for a specific kind of products. So yes, they will tell you. And if you are not sure you understand what they want from you, you can go to your seller account, and they are quite generous with advice and tips. So you will read it there, what exactly they want from you. I haven't, like from my experience, I haven't Googled the certificates they want. Or actually, I did once. It's quite obvious, so I don't think it should be a problem to understand. Will you be integrating on buy.com? It's not the first time we've had a similar request, so probably we will definitely consider it. And we will be announcing the new integrations in the next months. So if OnBuy is one of the integrations we plan, you will hear about it. Is it worthwhile to sell genuine parts on TikTok Shop? Yes, I wouldn't think why not. I think you should try. TikTok, we all know, this is the social market. So kind of 0.5% of the product you sell, 0.5% of how you promote and how you market it. So if you believe that the product might not be popular, but you do great promo for it, it would just sell anyways. That's what I think. Is there a category for collectibles? I don't remember by heart, to be honest, but I think yes, because one of our sellers is selling in a very, very close kind of category. So I think I've seen one like that. If it's something that you want to double check with us, you can email us. I will double check it because we already have access to the list of categories. And if you have to get an account for that, we'll help you out. What countries will be supported for Kaufland? We support all Kaufland marketplaces. They are called storefronts that the Kaufland offers. There are 5 by now, and all of them can be accessed with M2E. There is an M2E Kaufland Connect. It's also available on Adobe Commerce Marketplace. You go check it, and you will. I don't think we mentioned the countries there, but all of the countries that Kaufland supports are supported. Okay, I want to be in control of shipping. We are able to use your preferred delivery partners. How do I change this to seller fulfilled shipments? The screen that I showed you with the mapping, this is for seller fulfilled shipments. You fulfill with their shipping service that you have in your Magento, but you have to make sure that this is the shipping service that TikTok Shop that it's authorized for TikTok Shop. Unfortunately, they do not. For right now, maybe it will change and they will expand. But for right now, as far as I know, they don't accept custom or very local shipping services. But I showed you just a very short list of carriers. It's longer, and I'm sure that, let's say 99% sure that the service that you're using is also available for TikTok Shop. So when you map it, you will have an option to choose the one that you're using. What integrations are planning? I see you are launching products on German marketplaces. So for German marketplaces, we already have Kaufland, which I just mentioned and mentioned a little bit earlier. And Auto Market is going to be available, I think, in May. It's April today, right? Yeah, in May, in about 2 weeks. It's at the phase of testing. And once we are done and confirm everything in the way we planned it for the first version will become available. If you are a German seller, you're welcome to try the solution and share your feedback with us, something that you were looking for, but it's not there. The Kaufland and Otto teams, they are very responsive, and we're interested in adding the features that the sellers actually need for their businesses. So we would be happy to, create something which is not there yet for you. Okay, I think we've covered all of the questions that were raised in Q&A. I want to thank you very much for your time and for your attention. It was really pleasure for me to be here with you today. And if you do have questions, comments, requests, advice on what you would want M2E team to develop, please contact our support team, support@m2eproduct.com, and we will get back to you. The guys at our support are quite informed about what's happening, so you might get answers right away. Thank you very much once again, and we might have more webinars. We'll let you know about those in emails. Thanks. Bye.